Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update. Tuesday, October 15th, around 9 p.m. Mountain Time, 2024. The next 2 weeks of October could be record-setting as far as snow, and Al Gore is not happy. Keep calm. It's boom time. Worry grows as multiple agencies struggle to tally unaccounted for individuals after Hurricane Helene decimates western North Carolina and other regions. Reporting how many still remain unaccounted for 17 days after Helene battered the mountains is difficult at best. Will we ever get a number? It could take months, even more than a year. And so this is the state of the recovery in complete shambles. Caribbean islands have been put on hurricane alert as experts say Storm Nadine will hit this week, raising alarm for Florida as well. Most of the current models are showing after it hits the Caribbean, it will make a hook, turn north, and leave the scene. But we are still way out on the models, and rainfall is still predicted to reach up to 20 inches in northern areas of Hispaniola, along with 90-mile-per-hour winds. So we're keeping a close eye on the tropics. Here is Disturbance 1. That will be Nadine. The chance of formation in the next week is 50%. We also have a disturbance down here, disturbance number 2. So we're not out of the woods yet as far as hurricane season. We still got a couple of weeks at peak. And here's the full forecast. Fall-like temperatures, rain and light snow from the upper Midwest to the Northeast. Elevated fire weather conditions in the southern plains as well. Cooler temperatures, rain, and snow are forecast for the Midwest and portions of the eastern U.S. In a blow to global warming alarmists and Al Gore, snow is coming early and in abundance. Shut up, Al. Get your hole. Al Gore is not happy with the forecast. Early this week, as a cold front passes through, we could see snow for the first time this season in many regions. Gusty winds will bring elevated fire weather conditions to southern Kansas, northwest Texas, and Oklahoma today. Holy macaroni, do not flick those cigarette butts out the window. Elevated to critical fire weather conditions will then be possible across South Dakota, Nebraska Wednesday. And heed the warnings. Frost and freeze warnings are in over a dozen states through the middle of the U.S. Take a look, heed the warnings, and bring in those sensitive plants. The growing season is over. And, well, the shoveling season begins. Take a look at the models as we progress through the end of October. This could be epic, whatever this is showing up here. We could be seeing a blizzard in Iowa before November. Holy macaroni. Let's just walk it through the next few days. Here is Wednesday into Thursday morning. Snow for the Pacific Northwest, the Northeast, and the Appalachian Spine all the way down through North Kakalaki. Thursday through Friday sees heavy snow moving down Friday into the weekend through the Rocky Mountains. And add insult to injury and move the models ahead. And we've got major systems coming for Canada. Look at this, these totals up here in central Canada. Holy macaroni. And a blizzard in October for Iowa? Well, buckle up, Buttercup. This may be the new norm. It's just not the U.S. that's cold. Norway is freezing. 15 locations across Trondelag, a region of central Norway, experiencing a bitter cold Tuesday morning. The lowest temperatures of the autumn season so far. The cold snap was fierce and snowy and has signaled an early arrival of winter. Last winter was exceptionally cold across Scandinavia, with the season culminating in a historic low of minus 44.3 C. That is bitter cold. That's almost minus 50 Fahrenheit. The extreme chill had wide-ranging effects, including an unusual influx of waxwings in the UK, resulting in rare waxwing winter. How do you like them apples? Seismic update. No quakes of note. We've got a 2.7 in Colorado, of all places. Very unusual activity there. And the largest quake of the day, just a 5.2 in Mexico. Worldwide volcano news, big list today. Sakurajima, 7,000 foot puff. Take a look at Liwatobi Laki in Flores, Indonesia. Intermittent eruptions continue to go on there with beautiful shots. We've got Manam on the list, 7,000 foot today. Semaru, who knew? Now you do. 14,000 foot blast. Seems to be the norm there. Ibu to 11. Liwatobi, an 8,000 foot puff today. Karimshkai, 10,000 foot on the Kamchatka. Semaru to 14. Santaguito to 14,000 feet. Swanasima on the list, 6,000 foot puff. Fuego to 16. Karimshkai, another 10,000 foot blast heading east. What else do we've got? Sangay to 21,000 feet. Dukono to 9,000. Ibu to 20,000 foot. Karimshkai, 10,000 foot blast. Liwatobi to 9. And Reventador, 14,000 foot puff. Wraps up worldwide volcano news for the day. NASA and NOAA are claiming the sun has reached solar maximum for cycle 25. And it could last for up to a year, starting now. Well, the sun has gone quite intermittently quiet. Low-level C and impulsive M flares the last 24 hours. Nothing significant. Not many sunspots on the disk, geo-effective, and, well, not a very active solar max, in my opinion. We do have a coronal hole which will couple with Earth over the next 24 hours and may cause a large earthquake. So we have a seismic warning for Earth for the next day or so due to this major coronal hole. The 3-day geomagnetic forecast is forecasting geomagnetic storm now. And we can see, yeah, aurora is lighting up as we speak. Let's take a look at telemetry. A quick look over at Discover Solar Winds shows that not much is going on. We've got the BZ shifting rapidly. It has moved south. The phi angle is maintaining. Density is getting a little jiggy, but plasma speed is low at best. So we're not going to push very high on this current event, if an event at all. The current KP index is hovering at 2. NASA is offering $3 million prize to help them figure out a huge problem in future moon missions. If you didn't know, all the poop and pee from the Apollo missions was left on the moon's surface. This was to remove weight from the lunar module so that they could bring more rocks and samples in. And in the future, well, NASA claims that they're going to be spending weeks, if not years, on the moon with a permanent base, and they need help to figure out what to do with this waste. Human waste. All of the waste of the food products they're eating and all of the human excrement. Number 1 and number 2, they need your help to figure out what to do with it. In my opinion, it's just a simple composter, a solar composter that works on the moon. Don't steal my idea. Did you know that cancer research has been stymied for decades because they do not want to find a cure? They just want your money. Isn't that funny? That's basically a description of the entire pharmaceutical, medical, industrial complex. There is not a single pill that will cure you, but there are millions of pharmaceuticals that you will have to take the rest of your life, and that is by design. Modern medicine is not designed to help you in any way. It's there to keep you alive and keep you paying all of your money to the pharmaceutical industrial complex. So learn a little bit about health. You are what you eat. Stop buying food from the supermarket if you can. Locally source all of your vegetables and meats. Get away from that glyphosate line of pesticides and cancer in the supermarket and start growing your own food. And listen to the alternative research. The first peer-reviewed protocol using ivermectin and fenbendazole for cancer treatment has finally been peer-reviewed and published. The quick summary shows ivermectin targets cancer cells by disrupting their mitochondrial function. Fenbendazole and mebendazole, both anti-parasitic drugs used on farm animals, have been found to halt cancer cell growth. Remarkably, 3 patients with stage 4 cancers were treated with high-dose fenbendazole, 1,000 milligrams 3 times a week for several months, and they experienced complete remission. The reason this is being held from you is because these drugs cannot be patented and cost pennies, and the pharmaceutical industrial complex can't make any money off of it if you cure your cancer. A record number of early votes have been cast in Georgia as the election gets underway in battleground states. Guys, if you are planning on voting, make sure you have a plan. Fill out your ballot. I have, and turn it in. Turn it in early and turn in your ballot. Get out and vote. If you didn't get a ballot, you can show up live and in person on election day and vote. We need each and every one of you to get out there and vote to save the country. And we're heading into winter. If you don't know about deep winter greenhouses, these are the greenhouses we have built here at Three Canyons Permaculture Farm. They are passive solar greenhouses that face south, and they heat up in the winter, keeping your heating bills to negligible amounts. It also allows you to grow food in areas where you couldn't, and you might be able to survive and thrive in a dangerous situation. All the links will be below. We also published earlier today a video on one of our first greenhouse builds, which will be linked after the video. We also have 2 new videos up on our Rumble channels over at Rumble Oppenheimer Ranch Project, the Yuga Cycle, the Great Year, Cosmic Catastrophe Cycle, an intro to the binary star system, as above, so below, and a follow-up video over at Magnetic Reversal News on Rumble, Sirius as our binary. The ancients were solar worshippers of Sirius and our sun. If these topics interest you, I suggest you watch The Great Year first and follow it up with Sirius as a binary. Both of these videos will be linked below and also pop up at the end of this podcast. If you want to support the channel, you can obviously support us over on Rumble by watching those videos, but you can also support your preparedness at My Patriot Supply. Preparewiththeranch.com, My Patriot Supply. Get the best deals for long-term food storage and preparedness, and there's tons of kits with great deals and great savings. So go get them and, well, support peace of mind. You can also come over to the Oppenheimer Ranch Project Preparedness Store and get just about any of our 10,000 products that we've reviewed and we've put up on the store for you, from greenhouses to butchering tools, CBs, aquaponics, long-term food storage, batteries, wind turbines, Scandinavian hatchets, grow lights, hydroponic systems, mushroom grow kits, vape pens, telescopes, ham radios, organic gardening essentials. The lists are endless, and they are all for your preparedness. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share the video, help the channel grow. Hit the thumbs up, it helps with the algorithm. And be safe. We love you. And that is a boom.